Let's talk first of all about the elephant in the room. The UIL realignment comes out. You guys get dropped into District 12 6A over there in Region 2. I'm interested in your initial reaction when the realignment came out.
Well, if you've ever been to the realignment, they hand out the packets, and so I immediately, of course, went to the 6A and started flipping through, and I went through the Region 3 and couldn't find us, and I knew we weren't in Region 5, so it was I thought they omitted us, and then I just kept scanning, and finally it was just kind of a shocker when I saw Region 2 was the biggest thing. So it was a surprise, that's for sure.
Did you even think that this could have been a possibility? Obviously, getting in there with some Houston area schools in Conroe, and then schools kind of up in the Piney Woods and Lufkin and Montgomery. Just knowing your geographic situation, did you think this was even a possibility?
No, it wasn't even something. In fact, I had Conroe Oak Ridge scheduled for week 4, and I didn't even think that it was a possibility. So we lost that game because like I said, I thought I was pretty safe with that one. So us driving through all these several districts, I guess, to get to the district they assigned us in was a little bit different.
You guys end up appealing it up to the UIL and get kind of mixed results. Every sport except football gets moved over to Region 3, but with football, you guys stick in Region 2 in District 12 6A. Overall, your reaction to the UIL's ruling and the decision to keep you guys where you are?
Well, of course, we would have liked for everybody to be moved, but at the same time, felt like it was a victory in the fact that we do get some of our sports, a lot of our other sports that would be traveling on Tuesday nights and so forth. And, of course, we have sub-varsity games that will be traveling Wednesdays or Thursdays. But, I thought, and I understand the reasoning. The schedules have already come out, and football-wise, and people have already done those their schedules, and it would be a lot to go back and redo those. So, I think we're pleased that we at least got that. When you're sitting at that meeting and you're listening to San Angelo sit over there with whatever it is, ungodly drive, and they get denied, and then I'm kind of looking at the guy next to me going, well, we're wasting our time. There's no way we're getting approved. But I think because of the traffic situation and more than just the mileage is what the approval was based on.
We're talking with Kevin Flanigan, the head coach of the Beaumont Westbrook Bruins here on DCTF Live. Get involved with the conversation, hashtag DCTF Live. Coach, let's talk a bit about your 2015 squad. Do you guys ever get tired of playing these games within about 3-4 points? It seems like every game you guys were within an eyelash of it seems like you guys were within an eyelash of being about 3-7 and within an eyelash of being about 10-1.
Yeah, and I wish I had the answer to that. How to just win? And I know my wife sits in the stands, and that's what she tells me afterwards. Can you ever just win by a large margin so we can relax? And I wish. It's not that we're trying to keep it close, but we had 3 ball games that certainly during the season that I think we lost 3 by a total of 6 points, and then it just one of those deals, one of those years where we had a chance. And like you said, there were some other games that went our way. So. I think it's credit to the kids. They kept battling through and made everything close and played hard throughout the whole game. But it would certainly probably add years to my life if we could go ahead and open one of those victories up and relax a little bit. I'm sure it feels nice to do that.
One of the guys that you will unfortunately be saying goodbye to, but he's staying relatively local, Keith Corbin, the wide receiver who has signed with Houston. For Cougar fans who are maybe tuning in, wanting to hear about this guy who's going to be heading to their neck of the woods, what can you tell them about the kind of player they're getting in Keith Corbin?
Phenomenal player. I've been coaching a long time, 25 years, and without question, he's the best I've ever been around. I mean, tremendous ball skills. We've had several recruiters that have come by, including, A&M and all the big dogs came through, and the consensus was best hands in the state of Texas. Just great ball skills, and I think, what he lacks a little bit in speed, not that he's slow by any means, but I think there's some guys a little bit faster. Is the only thing that probably kept him from being, in my opinion, number 1 receiver in the nation. Certainly he will go get it and go over people, and, he is just fun to watch and very competitive, and he's going to have a great career up there.
And now when you look forward to 2016, you're losing a number of the guys who seem like they were the real the real headliners on your squad who are off to the next level. Can you give us an idea of kind of what your team's going to look like?
Yeah, in the last class, this group of seniors we have is special groups. First group when we got here 4 years ago that we've had for 4 years, and so obviously that's always special to any coach, and they performed well. And so we're losing a lot. Our guys, we've talked to them a bunch about that. The expectation is that by a lot of people is that we'll drop off just because of that. But I think we've got some really good kids coming offensive line-wise. We've got some really large kids that have worked hard. Dan Moore is going to be a top recruit. He's about 6'5", 320 right now, and there's several others that play well. Our tailback's back, and I think our run game will be improved. And I think we've got some guys in the skill positions that can really make some things happen. Not as tall as Corbin, but as somebody told me one time, they don't open holes vertically, and so those guys are going to squirt through and make people miss, and they're really good with the ball in their hands. And then defensively, we got some holes to fill. We lost some good players with Ennis Gaines going to TCU, and we count on that safety position a bunch. But we've got a kid in Chris Bishop that I think is going to step in there and fill that role. And so we've got a lot of guys I think that are ready to step up and get it done. So I think the Bruins will be fine.
It seems like Beaumont Westbrook every year has one or two guys that become household names that everybody ends up talking about. Is there anybody that you can point out on your squad right now that you think has the possibility to really jump onto the statewide radar?
I think our tailback, Joel Denley, he would have broken the school record, I think, for rushing this year had he not got banged up for about 3 games. And he's going against some pretty tough competition with Christian Michaels and some other guys that have been through here. But I think Joel has tremendous vision. He's working on his speed to get even faster, and it's obviously a very strong kid. So I think Joel, and he's just a first-class individual, which makes it fun too. But I think he's got a chance to really, really be something special that a lot of people are talking about.
We're talking with Kevin Flanigan, the head coach of the Beaumont Westbrook Bruins here on DCTF Live. Get involved in the conversation and hashtag DCTF Live. Coach, you're a guy who's from the Golden Triangle. You went to Lumberton. You grew up in Beaumont. What does it mean for you to be coaching down there, kind of in your neck of the woods?
Well, it's. I know a lot of people down here, and like you said, I grew up. I guess until I graduated high school and went off to A&M and kind of coached different parts of the state after that. And so this is really, I guess, our second time. We were back in Orangeville for 4 years. And then coming back this time. But it is special to us, still a lot of family and certainly a lot of friends and stuff. And, of course, growing up in this area, and when I was young, we followed Port Neches football to many, many playoff games back in some of their great runs. And I know the history of the area. And, it is special. It really is. When the NFL sent out the gold footballs this year and we got 5, and that ranks as second in the nation, that just reaffirms just all the great players that have come through here in the tradition and so many great things. So, it does mean a lot. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the community and fans. And so it is a special place and a special area.
He is Kevin Flanigan. He's the head coach of the Beaumont Westbrook Bruins. Coach, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the offseason. Best of luck, and I'm sure we'll be talking soon.
Hey, sounds good, Greg. Appreciate you having me.